The swimsuit experiment, a test of perception. Imagine sitting in a math exam. The questions are simple, 1 plus 1, or perhaps more complex equations. But today, something feels off. Before taking the test, you put on a swimsuit, not your usual clothes, but a swimsuit. Yes, a swimsuit. When you change back into regular clothes and retake the test, would your performance change? This is what psychologists call the swimsuit experiment. It reveals an unsettling truth. Even if no one sees you in the swimsuit, many participants still perform worse on cognitive tests after changing. Why? Self-objectification. You're becoming a spectator in your own life. You begin to see yourself through the eyes of others, and it does you no good. Miyamoto Musashi teaches us that perception governs reality. What we focus on determines how we perform. A warrior on the battlefield cannot afford to be distracted by self-consciousness. He must be completely absorbed in his movements, strategy, and execution. If you frequently evaluate yourself through the eyes of others, you gradually begin to see yourself as an object for external admiration. Is my body attractive enough? Do my clothes make me appealing? You constantly compare yourself to others, always feeling like you're not good enough, slowly losing your sense of being the protagonist, becoming an object in the gaze of others. You must cultivate a mind like a warrior, one that is unmoved by external judgment. Focus only on your skills, your craft, your discipline. Our channel will continue to explore the philosophy of the samurai, helping you understand yourself, reclaim yourself, and take control of your life. Stay with us. Subscribe now so you won't miss the journey. Beyond the surface, the price of the gaze. A crucial study in 2012 revealed a disturbing difference in how men and women are perceived. When an image of a sexualized man was flipped upside down, it became difficult to recognize. However, the same manipulation had almost no effect on images of women. This is because we process objects and people differently. Objects are recognized by their fragmented features, edges, shapes, and surfaces, while human recognition relies on holistic perception, meaning the arrangement of features matters. The fact that women's images remained easily identifiable suggests that society has trained us to perceive them as a collection of body parts, rather than as autonomous, complete individuals. People only notice the fragmented parts, breasts, hips, necks, ankles, seeing an object of desire rather than a person with character and thought. Over time, even women themselves become conditioned by this aesthetic standard. We objectify others while simultaneously objectifying ourselves. Miyamoto Musashi warns us not to be consumed by illusions. He writes in The Book of Five Rings, "Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye." True warriors transcend distractions, transcend appearances. They do not allow the falsehoods of the world to shape their self-awareness. If you find yourself overly focused on how others perceive you, remind yourself, the path to mastery is inward. Sharpen your mind, refine your skills, and detach from the opinions of the external world. Power, hierarchy, and the silent prison. Not everyone experiences self-objectification to the same extent. It is often more pronounced in groups subjected to greater external scrutiny, those with less social power and autonomy. Philosopher Michel Foucault describes the gaze as a form of soft violence, a tool of dominance over the subordinate. In a system where your value is determined by how you are perceived, self-objectification becomes a survival mechanism. Miyamoto Musashi believed that true power is internal. No external force can dominate a mind that is self-reliant, disciplined, and untethered from validation. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world, he advises. Those who focus too much on how they are seen by others become prisoners of that perception. Instead, turn your energy inward, develop your craft, refine your discipline, and live according to your own values, rather than those imposed by society. The currency of objectification. Yet here lies a paradox. Embracing self-objectification can bring tangible success. We criticize the commodification of appearance, yet those who conform to society's beauty standards often gain advantages. Better job opportunities, higher salaries, and social recognition. This presents a dilemma. Should you prioritize self-acceptance, risking exclusion from societal success, or conform to external expectations for personal gain? Is success achieved through catering to the gaze truly success? Or is it just another form of servitude? Miyamoto Musashi never concerned himself with the path others chose. He followed his own way, mastering swordsmanship, acquiring multiple disciplines, and detaching from material success or external validation. He reminds us, do nothing that is of no use. If an action does not align with your path, if it is solely to fit into a societal mold, abandon it. Train yourself to recognize what is truly essential, the cost of losing yourself. When self-objectification becomes deeply ingrained, it does more than alter our perceptions. It reshapes our fundamental experiences. A 2022 study published in the British Journal of Psychology found that individuals with high levels of self-objectification become desensitized to their own bodily experiences. For example, women wearing revealing clothing in cold temperatures were less likely to feel the cold, as their attention was entirely on their appearance rather than their physical sensations. Over time, this disconnect can lead to serious consequences, from eating disorders to depression, anxiety, and even impaired sexual function. Beyond the psychological toll, self-objectification robs us of three essential resources. Flow. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi defines flow as a state of deep immersion in an activity. It is the essence of being the protagonist of your own life. However, self-objectification disrupts this state, as part of your mental energy is always diverted towards self-monitoring. Am I sitting correctly? Is my expression appealing? What do others think of me? This constant self-surveillance prevents full engagement in any task. Time, hours spent obsessing over appearance, adjusting, correcting, and seeking validation, could have been spent on passions, learning, and self-development. Money. The beauty industry thrives on insecurity, creating endless demands to fix parts of ourselves that were never broken. The constant cycle of buying cosmetics, gym memberships, and treatments is both a symptom and a reinforcement of self-objectification. Miyamoto Musashi reminds us, there is nothing outside of yourself that can enable you to get better, stronger, faster. Every moment spent seeking external validation is a moment lost on true self-mastery. Turn your focus inward. Train your mind, train your body, and let go of distractions. The liberation of becoming whole. So, what is the solution? Should we abandon all pursuit of aesthetics? Not necessarily. The key lies in intention. Are you doing something for yourself or for approval? Are you pursuing beauty as an act of self-expression or as a means to conform? Miyamoto Musashi advises, you must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. Each person must decide their own course. If you choose to focus on aesthetics, let it be for yourself, not for the judgment of others. But if your goal is true mastery, Let go of what does not serve that pursuit. Be like Musashi, unconcerned with the superficial, devoted to discipline, and entirely in command of your own path. The world will continue to gaze, but you do not have to be bound by it. This concludes today's discussion. Thank you to everyone who made it this far. We will see you in the next video.